our organization invests in. The properties that we invest in is called mid-size apartments. Mid-size apartments have some unique features to it. Mid-size apartments, based on where you're investing in the northeastern part of the country, it's somewhere between 50 and 70 units. Southwestern part, Florida, in that area, it's somewhere between 60 and 100 units. Midwest, it's between 100 and 150 units. Northwest, Washington, Oregon, somewhere around 50 to 60 units. Southwest, California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada, somewhere in the 40 to 60 unit range. This is what we considered mid-size apartments. Why mid-size apartments? Because of something called pure leverage. Let me give you an example of pure leverage. Let's say you have $5,000 to invest and you want to buy $10,000 worth of stock in .com company. So you go to the stockbroker and say, look, I want $10,000 of .com company, but I only have $5,000. Your stockbroker will say, give me the $5,000, I'll sell you the other $5,000 on margin. Let's say you have $5,000 that you want to invest in a $10,000 apartment building. So you go ahead and go to your mortgage broker, or you go to your real estate broker and say, I want to buy this $10,000 apartment building, but I only have $5,000. And your mortgage broker says, give me the $5,000, I'll sell you the other on a mortgage. So on one side of this example, on pure leverage, you have mortgage on one side and margin on the other side. Are we all singing from the same hymn book? Very good. Let's say you go into your office and your $10,000 of .com company suddenly goes up to $15,000. After a month, it goes up to $20,000. Then it goes up to $40,000. You go drive into work, go into your cubicle, and you're happy as a clown. All of a sudden, your coworker comes to you and says, have you heard the latest? And you say, no. So the CEO of .com company has just been hauled out in handcuffs for insider trading. Can that happen? Yes, it happens too often. So you go back into your cubicle and you look into your monitor, TV, and look at Financial News Network or some type of market program, and you find out that your $6,000 investment, or your $40,000 investment early that morning is now only worth $7,000. Your telephone rings, you pick it up. How many people believe your mother's on the other line inviting you over for cookies and milk? Who's on the other line is your stockbroker. He's asking for a margin call. Margin call sounds a lot better than cash, doesn't it? I have a friend who's invested in the stock market, and ever since he's invested in the stock market, he says he sleeps like a baby. He gets up in the middle of the night and he cries. Let's talk about your apartment building, 10,000. Let's say your apartment building suddenly has some damage, whether it's storm damage or earthquake damage, and you try to get out there, but it's all cordoned off by the police and you can't get in. So what happens, you later find out that the damage wasn't that extensive, and that through governmental financing, hopefully, you'll go ahead and get it fixed. So your telephone rings, you pick it up. It's not going to be your mortgage broker asking for a mortgage call. It'll probably be your mother inviting you over for cookies and milk. And why is that important with pure leverage? Is because it allows you to ride up the peaks and the troughs of your investment so that you can hold on for better times. Whereas the stock market, sometimes within a matter of hours, you're wiped out. So pure leverage is very important in real estate, all real estate. The other thing that's important with real estate, is, mid-size apartments, primarily is the economy of size or economy of scale. Let's say you have a 4-unit building and you have one vacancy. What's the vacancy factor? 25%, that's correct. If you have a 40-unit building and one vacancy, what's the vacancy factor? 2.5. Economy of scale. Let's say you want to carpet the 4-unit building and the 40-unit building. What will have the highest per square foot cost? It'll be the 4-unit building, not the 40. Economy of scale or economy of size allows you to break those chains of local investing so that you can invest anywhere in this country and anywhere in the world that has what? Cash flow? No. That has the most appreciation, pockets of opportunity. The other reason that we pick mid-size apartments over the 10,000 plus that we bought and sold is because of diversification. We can diversify based on the number of properties that we have available, whether it's a duplex or a triplex. We can diversify into a 40 or 50 unit building for economy of size. The other thing about diversification is that we can diversify by investing in areas that will appreciate different parts of this country. It gives you that additional edge, diversification. The other reason that we invest in mid-size apartments because of appreciation. Mid-size apartments have had the highest appreciation over the last 20 years than any other type of real estate assets. This is not my projection, it's the projection of the National Council of Real Estate Fiduciaries. It has had, using leverage, average annual appreciation for apartment buildings, 5 units and greater, using leverage at 25%, the annual rate of return is 24.5% over the last 24 years. Those figures will get me on the dance floor to do the jig and do a lot of other things.